Hello and welcome to another episode of Shikar. Thank you for being patient while we sorted out some tech difficulties and sticking with us through them. We appreciate you greatly. And hello to all of our new viewers on YouTube. Every single week I see a new comment that's like, I binge watched it and I'm finally up to the newest episode, and it's so great. Our last episode got a lot of color commentary in the YouTube comments.
Oh, geez.
That I had a lot of time. I had a great time reading. Welcome. We're so happy to be here.
Happened.
This project is so much fun for me, and it's really made me sort of fall in love with the process of writing a long form campaign, even though I enjoy my short stints. Speaking of long form campaigns, it got officially announced, so I can say it. I'm a writer on Critical Role.
Hey!
Yeah, I'm a world builder for the Marquette setting. Hi, hello.
Super deserved.
Very well.
Recognizing of the talent that already existed.
And I'm Jasmine, and I'm your DM for this campaign as well. So I appreciate it. But we've got even more amazing people at the table, and I can't wait to introduce you to all of them. Let's start.
Don't downplay yourself. We're not introducing that with that. No.
I have people that are just as great as me.
Thank you.
And they're fabulous, and they're great, and they're in musicals. Xander.
I am. That's me. Hello, I'm Xander Jeanneret, and I'm playing Scorpio, the level 5 half-elf monk Locke, who has switched over. We'll see it sort of in-game too, but there's some new energies that are playing through Scorpio now, and it's very, very interesting to see where everything went.
It's true. Also, Xander's voice range is higher than mine.
Well, it's funny because during musical practice, or rehearsal, that's what it's called. But in the actual music, we're making it like this. We're originating this musical ourselves. And I tend to be the soprano of the group.
What is your range? No,
I'm a countertenor most of the time. So I'm up in my falsetto doing the high harmonies.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm an alto, mezzo, technically, sorry.
I mean, that's
Mezzo
basically
alto.
the same.
Yeah. So my ideal range is down here. And my voice cracks if I go higher than that.
That's a feature.
Yeah. I'm still learning to navigate that. What's it called? Passaggio.
Oh,
The
yeah.
gear
That's how
gear
Joe
shifts
breaks.
in your voice. That's
Yeah.
learning that my voice has gears
Chest voice,
to
head
shift.
voice, etc.
Yeah, has been fun. I think like me and Sephi are both taking voice classes, right, Seph?
We are, yeah.
That was my super smooth transition into your introduction, by the way.
Hi, I'm Sephi. I've been taking voice lessons for 2 years next month. And I'm playing Mirayah, the Asmar sorceric or clericer.
I had to edit, and I thought, because your guys' stuff is getting so long. So
Multi-class.
I was like, half elf monk.
A lot of things have that effect around me.
Yeah, Asmar
What happens around me?
Sorceric.
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 Sorceric. Sorceric.
I still
that
can't
sounds
get
dirty.
over someone in chat thinking that Scorpio was a locksmith.
Only partially. I only have a few levels in locksmith.
But I couldn't write war monk because then everyone would think you were a warrior monk.
Ooh, actually, like a subclass built around like opening, not like opening things like a rogue, but like opening keys between dimensions, like a key holder, key sort of.
Yeah.
I see how that could work as like a thing.
Very
like instead of
cool.
like casting traditionally, you open up forces to other places where things are already acting, like that kind of thing. That'd be very cool.
Speaking of portals to
Keep her
other
the keys
worlds,
down.
our resident portal traverser, Gabe James Games. Oh, you're muted.
Muted for this. Hi, I'm Gabe.
Oh, there you are.
I need a nap. Hi, I'm Gabe James Games. I am in the process of traveling because I decided people kept telling me I couldn't do things. So now I'm going to do all of them and make them upset when they didn't pay me the money that they should have. I'm playing Valym, the half-elf druid, and I am excited to get back into this game that I love playing every Tuesday. Oh yeah, I got no shame no more. I got some announcements coming near the end of this month, next month. Some people are going to be like, Gabe, oh no, but like we could have, you know what? You missed your chance. Sucks to suck though.
Just so y'all know, Gabe is great.
This is like some sting in the rafters type of energy, and I'm here for it. I like it. I enjoy it. All right. Since I've been nailing my transitions today. Oh, my Wendy's is at the door, and I haven't
Just
eaten
like
yet today.
me.
Yes, flourishing.
Speaking of Wednesdays, how you doing, Balvin?
Meet my co-host on the Crown Arcade. Me and Balvin this week are doing the final of our set of 4 hosting gigs. We've been co-hosting this tournament on the Crown channel for Amazon. We shoutcasted Valorant, FIFA, Fortnite. We got Range. This week it's NBA 2K22. But
That's basketball, right?
Balvin,
Yes.
you've been killing it. You've been killing it.
Oh,
So you
thank
talk.
you.
I'm gonna go grab my Wendy's from the porch before someone takes it.
Oh, okay.
You grab that Wendy's.
Yeah, I'm Balvin. I play Ajax, half-orc samurai fighter that is a great actor, apparently.
Yes.
And
a public pooper, apparently.
No,
Allegedly.
I'm not a public pooper. Well,
I'm suddenly kind of glad I missed last week.
Mr. Peeping Tom, exactly. No, Ajax went through a lot last week. A lot of ups and downs. The downs hit very hard. They hit very, very hard, but we're alive. We learned a lot of new things. And Ajax, like me, got to play his first game of D&D, kind of.
That's right. It's very meta. In game.
Yeah, it's Ajax, man. Let's look forward to what happens today.
Yeah.
Gabe, your face. Your face right now.
Every time I'm gone, something goes wrong.
Yeah.
So fast.
We just played D&D with
It's
bones.
your fault. You can't leave.
I honestly thought I was the most cursed member of this group because of the things that I say, but apparently I'm like the least.
Oh, well,
Gabe,
get this.
You know from experience that anytime it's like Balvin plus one other person, some shit's gonna go down. You've been a part of this shit, by the way, because you and
it
Balvin
just goes
get into it.
down so fast. It's Balvin. It's just Balvin, actually.
Yeah,
We were
I think so.
superheroes.
If it's just Balvin and one other person, things are just they're gonna go away. Let's look at the track record.
Balvin's our Zuko.
Right.
Yeah, let's look at the track
Yep.
record. Balvin and Gabe's solo adventure, they end up sworn as in the service of Lady Sahiba. Okay. Balvin and Vicken solo adventure. Balvin ends up cursed by a creature that put a coin in his hand that has its own ramifications. Okay.
Shout out to awesome Vicken.
Balvin and Xander solo adventure. And
Very cute genitorial gelatinous cubes.
I'm not gonna say something. I'm gonna wait to tell you in case
Editorial.
you gave. There's something that you're gonna. It's you in particular that I know you're gonna love this. So you'll find out. Hopefully this episode.
So what I'm hearing is that I'm Toph, who has to be like, it's my turn to go on an adventure with Ajax.
Yep.
Yes. Everyone's got a shot. It's time. Yeah.
And then I'll tell you my whole life story.
Exactly.
Emotional growth.
Yeah.
It's like being
Oh
Yeah.
God, Mirayah needs it. This bitch.
I'm trying to give
This
Gomez
23-year-old
a piece
bitch.
of chicken and
I was gonna ask what the Wendy's order was.
yeah,
Sponsored.
it's a spicy chicken sandwich, but
That's my order too, usually.
he licked it and then he doesn't want it anymore. So
Oh, I thought you meant the delivery person.
no, I
Don't eat that.
Yes, Gomez, the delivery person.
I meant this little boy.
Oh, wow. Not so little
I
anymore.
know. Remember
He's
when
so
he was a little
cute.
kitten? Look how
Mm.
big.
How old is Gomez?
Gomez is a little under a year old.
Oh,
Yeah, he's.
I
fully
want to
grown
be
now,
around a
though.
friendly cat. My roommate's cat tolerates me and sometimes lets me pat her, but she's very
Oh, this
skittish,
one will
so.
sit in your lap all day, and as long as you pet, he will allow it. He has
You know
some
whose cat is like that
habits
too?
though that I have to warn y'all about.
Abria's cat Max is like that too.
Really?
Abria's
Yeah.
cat Max
Heads
is
all over
a
everything.
treasure.
Yeah, he's
Ah.
very friendly. He's very chatty. He likes to talk a lot.
hmm
He has habits, and one of those is he doesn't meow all the time. Sometimes he just opens his mouth and stares at you, and he goes.
Oh, yeah.
And then occasionally, if you
Got
don't
what?
acknowledge him, he'll go. And he does
Mhm.
that weird like air push. And the thing I warn
Ugh.
people about is my son. God bless my son. He likes to sleep on his back with his legs and his genitalia like fully out, aired out.
Like you do.
I've taken photos of it. Like and that's also how he lounges. He lounges on his back with his legs
Ultimate
splayed
trust.
open, just to like let everybody know that he's been neutered, that he's a responsible
See?
boy, you know. So he just sits like this, and I'm just like, what if we didn't do that? And he looks me dead in my eyes, and it's just like, and he'll do it in front of the fan. He likes to air his bits out. That's the one thing I warn people about is that my son.
Hey, a lot of men don't air them out enough, honestly.
Cool.
When they're supposed to in the privacy of their own home because of
Yeah.
the smell. Not a lot of them do it in public and it's rude.
I sort of warn you before you come to hang out with my very friendly cat.
I will. I need
you will
to
see
visit
his
you in Seattle.
genitalia a few times during your visit.
Wouldn't be the first time that a new man to me has shown me his genitalia.
No, that's not okay. Let's get into the
note.
game before we break game.
I'm reasserting my position as the most cursed member.
I am an innocent boy who
Bitch.
thinks no
Bitch.
wrong things. And I am simply just here to roll
Girl.
dice and pretending.
You
I'm
got
a
the double
fancy
bitch and the
elf
girl. You lying.
I don't know what that means. I don't want a double bitch and a girl. That's scary.
It's just recognition of like, what you saying is not true.
I would ascertain I'm the least cursed member of the group. If I were to do a cursed tier list,
If you do a cursed tier list, you're gonna have to do categories of different levels, different kinds of cursed.
yeah. I think in the S tier of cursed, oh man, you're not gonna like this. I think Gabe and Sephi are both in S tier.
I would agree with that.
Because Gabe tells some crazy ass fucking stories on here, like about him being in the woods and feeding bears and shit.
They have no proof of that.
Your TikTok.
Wait, haven't you said that
That's
on stream?
I've said a lot of worse stuff during our Fortnite games.
Yes, you have. So I have extra context, okay? So Gabe is in the S tier of cursed.
I just have a mouth that I run, and sometimes funny things come out, but they're also cursed.
In the A tier is Balvin, because Balvin is wholesome and innocent and great, but Balvin be doing shit, you know?
You know what though? I would argue that
anxiety.
Xander is also super cursed because Xander may not say a lot, but he laughs at everything that comes out of my mouth, which means he gets all of it.
Yeah, his facial expression.
He's
Like,
cursed.
oh. This is the Xander thing. Oh.
That's true. Listen, Xander and I met one night and instantaneously bonded.
Instantly.
And that says something.
That's like me and Xander. I feel like we were fast friends as well. I'm still going to put Xander in B tier because one, I'm biased, and two, Xander makes me just very happy. And I feel like he lifts up every room he's in. So even though he actively contributes to the cursedness, because he
I put my characters through a lot
and aids it and abets it, all the cursedness, he aids and abets it.
I have another thing to raise though.
Yes, go
right
ahead.
now we're sort of like talking cursed in like almost like a sexual joke kind of way.
Yeah.
But you're a DM and we've seen some of your cursed shit. So like let's talk about creepy cursed factor, because I think then you're right up. I think Gabe, me, and Jasmine might be an S tier because we all DM and all DMs are fucked up.
That's true. We do be fucked up. Xander's a DM.
I actually don't know if Xander DMs.
Xander DMs
I do.
too.
You do?
And he's
But I'm
probably
okay
also
over
super
here.
cursed. So I guess at least Balvin is the only innocent one in the group.
That tracks.
Balvin, will you ever play D&D outside of this in a stream
Will
show?
you
I know
ever
you'll play in a
DM?
home game. Will you ever DM a game?
I don't know. I'm doing tomorrow. So
Hey, that's not a no.
That's not a no.
No.
That's not a
don't
no.
I can't say
For the
yes or
right
no.
pay.
It's not down the timeline right now, but you know, life is crazy. Who knows?
I would be in a Balvin game.
In a
Same.
heartbeat.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
no.
want to see Balvin DM.
Oh no.
You've played in this campaign for a year. You could DM.
Yeah.
honestly.
I mean, Gabe and I have seen Balvin play the mayor. Mayor
Both in
Appleseed
GTA.
in GTA RP.
This man role plays and he commits to it.
Gabe,
That's
let
why I
them
wanna be a
know.
part of this
Tell
campaign.
them.
Oh my
Tell
God.
them the
Nah, this
mayor.
man role plays like with ferocity, and then he also role plays as like two other characters. My man was role playing as the mayor, and then like he took a break from the mayor to role play as a weird dude in a mask that just came around named like Jebediah doing weird shit.
That's my
My
Ishmael.
man was riding me around on Ishmael.
Ishmael.
My man was riding me around on a bike.
He was
over here.
also the mayor without his memory. That's
And then he got his memory back in the courtroom case.
I got my memory after hitting my head, jumping off a crane.
Let me
Then
be
I
in
went
your
back to the
game.
I do. Hey, I'm crazy. That's all that means. I have a crazy mind. That's all that means.
Yo, I'm just saying, if you DM something, I'm there. If you were gonna DM a setting, do you think you do high fantasy, science fiction? Like, where does your heart lie?
That's a good question.
I know science fiction better, so probably science fiction. I'm not too familiar with high fantasy. Like
I'm
Do you
curious.
want to
amounts
do
of it.
something fun or like horror
Or like Star Trek or Star Wars,
Or Star
or
Hole.
Alien?
Star Jammer, Spelljammer.
I probably want to. I've interest in doing both. Honestly, that sounds. I think I could do a pretty good horror, but also I'm funny, so like doing fun stuff wouldn't be hard. But like
You can always do both.
You could
Horror is
both
nothing
al-
without a
both
little bit
is
of
al-
comedy.
Both is
Yeah.
also an option, but yeah,
Gotta get the high to get the drop.
I
Now,
haven't.
as a fellow fan of Peaky Blinders, do you think you would ever do like a crime syndicate style game, like Blades in the Dark or something like that?
I didn't even know that was a thing. But
Oh,
yeah, I
yeah.
mean, if we're in the realms of reality, that'd be my comfort zone. Anything like, That'd be easy, honestly. That would be a lot of fun. I do that shit in my head every day. I map out.
You're here to hear crimes in
map out
Balvin's head
stories.
24/7.
Yeah, and yes, it is.
Did you ever read the fantasy series?
He didn't get the
Dresden
be gay
Files?
part, but he definitely got the do crimes.
What series, Xander?
The Dresden
fucked up.
Files. The TV show was okay, but I feel like you would really enjoy the.
That
the
is
novel.
generous.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I haven't read it, but that sounds familiar.
They're urban fantasy novels
Yeah.
written by Jim Butcher. They're very entertaining. Just don't look too hard because you won't find us like you'll find 2 black characters in all of Chicago. So like that's a little bit of an issue for me, but it is entertaining.
Huh. Okay. Interesting. I'll write that down.
Sorry for the impromptu interview. I just missed everybody. I love y'all. I miss you when you're not here.
Oh,
Okay.
we love
I
you too.
missed you too. I'm sorry. I
You should
couldn't
see
hear.
like me and Gabe when we meet each other in real life. You would think we haven't seen each other in 6 years. You would think that
You're right,
we
though.
didn't talk
It
last
literally
week.
does.
I'm like,
It's like we haven't had
"Yay!"
conversations every week or a month. It's like, I'm Jasmine. It's so good to see you.
Like we run across the convention in slow motion, like, yay!
Honestly, we should figure out a way to like hang out outside of stream because we always end up getting on here and be like, we want to talk about shit.
You know what my ultimate dream is if I ever market this show correctly and do stuff like that? I would love for us to one time do a stage show. Just
Not just
Probably
once.
do that.
Yeah, not just
Multiple
one. We could do
times.
that.
like that would be like
I
a
would love
dream.
to.
Like the way I do acting to do that with this crew, I would die, you know? Like to have like to see like some of our audience live and be able to like be on a
When do you wanna do
100%
it?
down if we ever do
live.
that.
I would that's a dream for me. That's a dream for me. I think.
When do you want to do it?
When are you
Gabe
free?
is making things happen.
When are you
I'll make
free,
time for
Gabe?
this.
I will make time for
So.
it too. No, like to be anytime I'm in y'all's physical presence, I feel myself just become more positive and excited to be in the space, you know?
Because I feel the same way. with
Versus
you.
moldering
I'm so
alone
honored
in
to
my
have been
corner of
included
the
in this.
internet being like, my ass is twitching. These people make my ass twitch, you know?
Sometimes I count my lucky stars that like Jasmine invited me to this because I really love this game and this group. And it's just very, it's very nice.
Stop it. Don't make me emotional right before I start.
No, I won't
You
stop.
can't have that.
I feel very happy to be included. It's been a blessing.
Oh,
It's actually this besides I think this is besides my own podcast, this is the longest game I've committed to ever. Outside online anyway. And I have no intention of leaving. So.
Same. But yeah, I don't think we talked about it last Shikar, but like when I did Ack Inc, it was crazy. I think we talked about it. It was crazy because I saw a commercial with Xander in it
Oh, right.
right before I went on, and I was like, that's my friend, that's my friend, that's my
Man,
friend.
me and
And every
Gabe-
single time one of my friends does something cool, I'm like, that's my friend.
Me and Gabe both brought our phones out instantly, started recording. We were screaming. We were like, look at how beautiful he is.
I know. I got the video message. and
Xander's
It
very
made my
beautiful.
week. Thank
Yeah,
you.
bro, we got so hyped.
And like,
We were so hyped.
yeah, so like I was
Sirenscape.
already so excited, and then I went out on stage, and literally right in the front row, it's like Vicken, Iffy, Gabe, Balvin, like right in the front row going, whoa! And I was like, I could do anything. Like in that moment, I was like, I could do anything. I could punch a Yeti. I could do anything. Like if it was like it was a boxing ring at that point where I was like ready to just like fight. You know, that's how pumped up I was. So I've decided if I ever box in like a creator showdown, like I need y'all there. Except I need Xander and Sephi there too, because then I'll
I
go
will
in
be
that
there.
ring and I will beat the crap out of my opponent. I don't care who they are. I will beat the dog shit out of them. I'll be so amped
Oh
up.
yeah.
Be like, all right, let's box. Let's go.
Hell, I hope I will literally just take off my top and distract them so you can just get them in the jaw a couple of times. I'll be like, and what? Look, I'm an obvious distraction.
God bless. God bless.
Dead serious.
Oh my gosh. Okay. D&D. So
All right.
That's what I name my booze, by the way. Dungeons and Dragons.
We find ourselves in the deep, damp depths of a prison. flooded multiple times over by the water table here. We find ourselves in the aquifer of the prison, a place where several wells kind of come down into from the ceiling. Sorry, I need to sneeze, but I'm good. Here we find suspended in a state between life and death, an Aasimar. Her sorceress abilities and clerical abilities of no avail to her now. We see a half-elf loudly proclaiming, creating a deal, bartering with a strange entity in the depths, wreathed in green flame. This entity is no more than a giant eyeball, its large tendrils protruding out from the iris like tentacles, ripping through the water, flesh, and the darkness like it owns all of it. For truly you are in its domain, its seat of power. Mirayah, in your sort of suspended state, half alive, half dead, in your mind you are still dreaming, somewhat aware of what's happening to you physically, but not exactly. And in this state, you see a familiar face, a face you've seen before. Feathered and strange, you recall it from the lantern. The figure sits in a sort of strange, half-hunched, almost like a sitting on its haunches with its hands on the ground kind of fashion, on a table in a room that looks very similar to the schoolroom you recall from your upbringing in Wickerfen. This individual says to you, "Oh, wow. Are you okay?"
What are you doing here?
"Oh, I came to help you. I thought you might need a little bit of hope." "You're dying, Mirayah."
Yeah, I think I am.
"You're gonna
I think I am
die.
dying.
And then he's gonna make you a deal, and you're gonna say yes. I think you already said yes. And then he's
I
gonna
look down
get
at my hand
stronger."
Yeah, he might. He might. But what does it matter?
"I think Valym may have helped us both."
How so?
"Well, he made a deal."
Didn't you just say we shouldn't make deals?
I think he was desperate because some very strange decisions were being made.
I see.
But
It's hard for me to imagine Valym desperate.
the gambit might work. Valym asked Whimsy to release his control on Scorpio. And he did.
Mhm.
And in
Really?
having a follower, this made Leander marginally more powerful, which allows me to somewhat manifest now instead of having to stay in the lantern all the time.
Wait, so Scorpio is now devoted to Leander as a god?
Yes, he's...
What? What would make Whimsy give that up?
Well, that's the complicated part.
I don't understand.
Well, for one,
Please tell me.
Whimsy is greatly strengthened and Leander is somewhat weakened. But also, from what I recall of, well, the hostile acquisition of Scorpio's mind, Valym promised to leave Whimsy to his own devices. And that was a barter too fruitful for him to give up. Especially since you're here in his realm.
So Whimsy has more autonomy and doesn't need Scorpio anymore.
No. Other things happened too before I came down to seek you out. I think they might need your help. Ajax, I mean, and Scorpio.
What happened to them?
They're really hurt. They proceeded through the prison. They defeated some strange being that was guarding the foyer. It was gigantic, demonic. But Ajax cracked off its horn, and Scorpio was able to drive its own horn through its tough hide, and they killed it instantaneously.
They are effective at doing that.
They were, well, at that part. But then
What
things
was the
got
other part?
complicated. They proceeded through the prison trying to venture downwards under Leander's sort of guidance. But Leander's mind is still muddled. Whimsy still took a large vestige of his power, and his recollection of the prison's insides was very poor. And there were these strange oozes that cleaned the corridors, and they were sort of ensorcelled by these creatures, encircled by these creatures. There is also a guard, a strange construct-like being that I'd never seen before. And it was going to kill them, I think, because they were intruding in the prison, but then they convinced it that they were prisoners. And Ajax made up a strange string of numbers, but the numbers that he said actually correlated to a prisoner that was supposed to be in the prison, a public defecator.
What's run that by me one more time? What? A what?
A public defecator.
Like a public pooper?
Yes.
Like an exhibitionist pooper?
Yes. And Ajax convinced the strange guard that he was this public pooper. And Scorpio convinced the guard that he was a peeping Tom. Someone that liked to watch.
So they think that those crimes would send them here? They were really strict about things back then. I mean, those are both gross.
So.
Those are both absolutely gross. But like, here? This place?
And the guardian led them away to their cells. But...
Are they still there?
No. They managed to bamboozle it and confuse it. But in the process, they triggered a lockdown. And when the cells are locked down, well, the janitors come out and try to clean the halls, which is really a lot of oozes. Ajax tried to befriend one of these creatures. He tried to make friends with it, and he was nearly devoured.
Of course he was.
He was engulfed by it, and now most of his flesh is not there. But they managed to escape, and they found one of Leander's old friends. Well, the remains. And Ajax was able to speak with this person because I guess he can speak with the dead. But in the process of using this ability, he reanimated the skeleton of this long-dead compatriot. And they played a game of imagination where they rolled strange bones with numbers on them and went on an adventure. And Ajax lied to this poor wretched soul and said that he would come back to finish the game after getting another party member. So he used this deception to ascertain the location of Leander's cell. To
Who sits around for eternity waiting to play a game with dice? That sounds so silly. Immature.
Well, unfortunately, he'll be left waiting forever now, I think.
Oh my god.
Oh, poor thing. What a kind of desperate soul.
Apparently, he used to come up with these stories to help distract the prisoners from their long torment here. But fortunately, he was stood up by the cold-hearted Ajax. And the two proceeded down into the depths, now knowing Leander's cell number, and were able to find it. And, well, I think they're going to open it.
So I need to be down there now.
They're in danger.
Where is Whimsy?
Oh, he's right next to you.
I'm not even gonna look. Hi, Whimsy.
But I think I can help us.
Did I already agree to this? Hold up the egg.
Mm-hmm. I think so. But that's a bridge we'll cross when we get to it.
It is quite cute. Big old eyes. I don't know
agree.
what the hell you are, but you're probably bad because you came from Whimsy, but you're very cute.
You see the creature in it, like, sucking on its own tentacle, and it gives you, like, a little thumbs up with one of its suckers.
And I'm meant to bring this across the sea. I imagine that'll spread despair. Though maybe they deserve it. They might. What do you want to do?
Well, you should convince him that you're going to carry out his will, and he'll let you go. And then I can take you to them.
I'll turn to Whimsy.
Yeah, give me a constitution check to see if you can, like, move your sort of dying body.
Oh, wait, are we in, like, the imagined brain space, or is this my actual body?
Which version are you trying to move to face Whimsy? Because, like, your physical body is actually in the water being gripped by one of
I was figuring it would be the consciousness in this space, this classroom.
In that case, give me an Arcana check.
Okay. Let's see if I regret this. Why do I roll in digitally? No. We've learned this lesson. Can I do this again?
Yes.
Please.
I don't know why you roll digital dice either. As Balvin can attest, they are cursed.
They are cursed.
Balvin has been rolling so much better since using physical dice.
That's a 21. Much better.
She took a bite in case you didn't see it.
I did. I saw.
Oh, okay. Is that the Wendy's?
Mm-hmm.
We're getting sponsorship coming soon. Wendy's,
No.
place to
Wendy's,
be.
please sponsor us.
Ooh, Arby's did something.
For Shikar. I think Wendy's did too. Wendy's did a D&D game.
They're in the space.
Wendy's, hit us up. We're not Critical Role, so no one will care if we're sponsored.
I'll run a Colonel Daddy game. I'll do it for you.
Okay. So, you, with the 21, you vaguely become aware of an eye in the sky that you almost didn't notice before. But now, looking out of the window of the old schoolhouse you're in, you do see it. Wreathed in clouds. A horrible eye and a horrible sort of firmament that looks like a twisted version of the one you're familiar with.
You normally do such a good job of making yourself look much more pleasant looking. But I suppose the true self doesn't change, does it?
The eye is silent.
You want me to destroy the kingdom overseas with this cute little baby. But Is that enough? Isn't that a waste? I don't just want revenge, Whimsy.
What do you seek?
To take back what's ours, and what we deserve, and what we should have had all along.
Even if it comes at great cost.
Yes.
You feel the world fall away, and as your eyes flutter open, you feel sentience re-enter your body. You feel pain. It's not a good feeling coming back into the physical, corporeal realm. It actually feels really nasty. And you come back with 10 hit points, and you see this strange wreath of flame that was around you begin to retract. You do still...
Can I still breathe?
Yeah. I believe so. Valym still has hit points, don't you?
Yeah, I'm fine, but that's horrifying.
So that concentration is like, you still have water breathing. And
Y'all gotta stop doing this.
When you do come back, you do still notice a heavy egg in your hand.
I'll deal with you later. Put it in my pack.
Mm-hmm. Valym, you get a twisted version of these events seated across from, since you drove into the eye, you're like sort of in this like inky office space, if that makes sense. Everything is black and lacquered all around you, almost making it difficult to discern the different shapes in the room. You find yourself sitting in a tufted black leather armchair across from an individual sitting on a tufted, like sort of a pillow on the ground, if that makes sense. You see like lamps all around him glowing with a dull green light. And this is the version of Whimsy Scorpio typically sees, with immaculate makeup that's been like, just heavily eyelinered eyes, smoked out on the bottom, and heartbreaking curls kind of tucked under a headpiece, like with a feather in it, and acid green, like billowy pants with a soft golden flowing tunic over it. And he says to you, like I said, he relays to you a different version of these events, almost like you're talking business. Very well. I'd be more than happy to give up Scorpio's pact if I'm allowed to go about my business unmolested.
Can you be more specific on what your business would be so I can confirm we don't interact with it in a harmful way to you? I don't necessarily think that you're dangerous. I just think that you're troublesome, but only troublesome because it's in my vicinity.
Fair enough. You seem the most practical of your enterprise. Some of the talk with this Leander, as you call him, was a bit disconcerting. I do not wish to have this impurity conjoined with me any longer. Some would believe that despair and hope come in equal measure, but I do not believe it to be so, and therefore I would like to remain separate from that absolute ingrate. I would like for him to remain here. I'm sorry?
Is it possible to sever your connection entirely? Like, does Leander have to die?
Unfortunately, we are bound to each other in such a way that if he were to die, I would live, but he would come back as well.
Yeah, okay, so we just have to lock him down below wherever this is?
I think it best if he remain on the surface, living his life of delusion.
Oh, okay. That's easy. I don't think he's going to go anywhere. And to be honest, no one was really trying to convince him to go anywhere. You now know the region that he's in, so you know where to avoid. And he has no memory of you, and Scorpio has no memory of Leander. So, to be honest, as long as none of that changes, it should be an easy deal. If something of that changes, then we could just kill anyone that has a memory of Leander and then go about our days.
I think we're in agreement then.
Yeah.
So, I will maintain my relationship with the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
And I will let you and your friends leave the prison without any further interference from me.
What do I do if they want to associate with Leander? And to be very clear, I have no strong feelings about the man. He exists, but he's a weird, slanky man. And in this land, there seems to be no shortage of those. So
I would heavily suggest convincing your friends to go about their little adventuring as long as it doesn't interfere with anything I'm doing.
Deal. Okay.
I would prefer
Easy.
for them to not come down here again.
Me too. I hate this place. It's full of water. It is dark and dank. There's all these weird puzzles. There's strange women who are obsessed with things that are beyond. There's people who don't know their ghosts. This place sucks, Whimsy. I don't want to be here. I'm happy to leave. Do you have a way that we can leave faster than we came in? And then the party will be like, oh, God, wow, this is great. Why didn't we know this was an egg? Blah, blah, blah. Should I destroy the house?
I've come to an agreement with the strange entity that you referred to as the Dormouse, and I believe that way is secured. There is a lift in the northwest quadrant that will lead you up to a pass that goes through the mountains. Now, I will not lie to you and tell you that the pass is not without its own dangers, but it is a very quick way out of here.
Lovely. Also, to be clear, we might be making a deal, but this is not a pact. I do not want your power. You do not want mine. We would taint each other. And to be honest, I think we would both be happier if we never had to speak again. And if we do have to speak again in the future, let it be so we don't have to speak again for a long time afterwards. How does that sound, Whimsy?
It sounds agreeable to me.
Also, are you going to kill the woman down here?
No. I've let her go.
Oh, okay.
I felt it might
Why?
halt our negotiations if I were to let one of your friends die.
Okay, fair enough.
We don't have to shake on it.
We should not. I was prepared to summon a giant elk inside of your eyeball if you started to piss me off. But I feel like we have made great strides in conversations.
I agree. I'll let you be on your way then.
Thank you. How should we get out of here away from you? Can you lead us to the others by chance so we can all get out at once?
When you leave here, if you move past, there's some algae, bioluminescent in nature, on some rocks, sort of east of here. If you keep going that way, the water eventually breaks and comes up into what is the old prison washroom. That will put you on the first sub-level of the prison floor. Your friends... You notice he gets a little annoyed as he says this. Your friends are on the first floor. I'd suggest you collect them quickly. And you don't even need an insight check to notice that as he's like scanning his like sort of sentience and his, how do I describe this? He has eyes everywhere. And as he's checking his mental security cameras, you do notice he's frustrated by what he sees.
I don't like that. All right, I will go. I will take Mirayah with me, and then we will get the hell out of your prison and soul.
Very well. Good day. Goodbye now.
Goodbye.
Goodbye now. And you find yourself back in the water with a Mirayah, still recovering what looks to be recovering from what looks to be some strange burn marks on her body.
And Valym just starts swimming in a direction with no context. Going towards the bioluminescent algae to the east.
Mirayah and Valym make their way to the east. Unless you want to do something before you go, Mirayah.
Absolutely not.
There you go.
I don't know how y'all do that so well. Meanwhile, on the first floor of the prison, Ajax and Scorpio pry open the
What could possibly
rusty,
go wrong?
heavy metal door to what looks to be an old cell. What is your plan here?
I will check for traps around the door frame. What do we
Go for it.
see?
Give me an investigation check.
Investigation. 5.
Yeah, you don't see anything.
Yeah, I think we're fine. Peering in, is it lit on the inside? Is it dark?
It's dark.
So can we make out anything in the cell from like just looking at it? Can we see anything?
Give me a perception check.
Yeah.
You have dark. Both of you have dark vision.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, that's a 9.
Not any better.
Yeah, you make out like some strange shapes in the darkness, but nothing more. I think maybe you see a bed frame.
Scorpio is sort of like is frozen in this door frame, having just like slowly opened it and checked around the frame for traps and can't see further in. You see him sort of concentrate a bit, and there's like a reflection of this skull-like mask that sort of appears on his face as he seems to be using magic, but it's just summoning Kale, who is this like sugar seahorse that is also bridled with like bony mask and saddle and things like that. And Scorpio sort of nods over to Kale and sends them in as his eyes sort of wide over, and we are looking through Kale's eyes.
You go in and you see a bookshelf with a small nub of what is a snuffed out candle kind of sitting on top of it. You see a bowl that looks to have bones, as they're referred to in it, just small pieces of some strange organic substance with numbers etched into every side. You see a cot, very rudimentary in its construction, with a threadbare mattress on it. You see manacles kind of hanging empty from the walls, and cowering away in a corner, you do see an humanoid figure.
Scorpio outside of the cell whispers over to Ajax. There's someone in there, a body at least. Maybe it's the remains.
Huh. Well, it was his idea to come to the cell. I guess we should just ask him. Hey, Leander. I know you're.
Yes.
Hey. So we made it. We're at the place. And we think we see what might be.
Why are we here again?
We are here for the closure, Leander.
Oh, right. The closure. I love that for me.
And with that, Scorpio will walk in.
Ooh, Scorpio. He like lunges forward, pulling you back. I know you told me to be brave, but do we have to do this?
Leander, this will help. We can't let problems like this fester. It will just go untreated. If not now, when?
And we're going with you. You're not going to be alone.
I don't know if you can hear my poor cat. Gomez! Why are you crying?
Doesn't want it to happen
He
either.
thought I was alone. He thought he was alone.
Oh.
Thought I was the only one in the house. You're not alone. You just forgot where I was. It's okay. He's a kitten. He's a kitten. He's not dumb. He's just a baby.
So then, yeah, using the navigation gained from Kale, Scorpio will head in and sort of ignore everything else and focus right on the remains in the back.
I'll follow you. Kind of slightly nudging Leander to come on.
Leander is definitely like kind of huddled up against you and walking like this behind you.
Yeah.
And you see him like start to remember. He's like, oh, yes. He like touches the candle and like his hands go across the books. And he's like, journals. Yes. My sister she'd bring them to me. She wasn't allowed to visit me, but she would drop them off. She'd drop them off.
Your sister?
He like just kind of like his hands like linger on each spine.
Yeah. Okay. While he's doing that, I want to. Can we get a closer look at his body before he sees it?
Mm-hmm.
I want to. Yeah. I want to walk a little bit ahead of him, and try to go up to his body and see what we see there.
When you go up to look at the body, you do see what looks to be a vaguely familiar version of the individual you saw that day on the battlefield, the cleric.
It's really him. I wouldn't recognize this at all if it wasn't for the whole brain thing, that we did.
Right. It still looks like whimsy to me. Is that strange?
That's because it is. And you see like Leander kind of recoil back.
And my memories around you are still fuzzy.
How do we destroy it?
I think that's why we're down here.
We need light. And he reaches into his lantern and holds it aloft, notices there's nothing in it, and then kind of gives it a little shake. And Mirayah, you see, kind of emerging from within your chest, a small spectral version of that entity you were speaking to come streaking out through the water, just as you're about to break the surface in the washing room and go kind of like bending around the halls as though it's been like summoned.
What the fuck? What is it? Ugh.
Sorry, it's a compulsion.
What the? Follow that fairy looking thing. Just come along, Valym.
Hey, your lantern has never been out of light before. That's not normal.
You're fine with that? Just happening to you?
It's well, I can deal with that later.
You fit in
Ajax.
right along here, don't you?
Apparently so.
Do you still have that horn?
Yeah.
That might be a good tool to use in this case if we're trying to destroy this.
It's worth a shot. Says the body.
Yeah. It's meowing. Ajax, it's meowing.
Why is it meowing? We're gonna die.
Sorry, he just wants attention. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
Well, you're good. But we still don't know where the others are. And if this place is Whimsy's domain, I fear what might have happened to them, or what might happen to them if we do this. Leander, do you know as where they are now?
You have
'Cause you
friends?
said- Yes. Because didn't you say there was a deal made with him, with Mirayah?
Oh, you're right. What? I think we'll be able to help them if we defeat Whimsy.
All right. Well, I'm a simple guy. Do you want me to just stab this body?
I think that's the move, right?
I got no other plans.
If Whimsy's power is stemming from a deposit of physical energy, this would be it. And much like a phylactery or something,
So I should stab this body.
maybe, probably, sure.
Leander, are you okay with me stabbing this body? This is like your body, kind of.
Yeah, he thinks about it. I think maybe that could work.
Okay, I'm gonna stab this body. And I will use the horn. That's not my sword. I'll use, and I'm gonna stab it in the chest. I'm gonna stab it in the chest.
I will provide support.
Hey, if I die, man, tell my story.
You know it. I have a memory now.
You do. And guess what? The coolest things I do, only one person sees it, and you've seen it today. So now you're part of my legend. Don't let me fade out of existence, buddy.
No. This is good.
You might die too, actually. I didn't think about that. All right.
We're in it together.
Good luck, man.
Yeah, good luck to you too.
Give me
Ajax reaches.
a strength
Horn.
saving throw as you try to plunge the horn into this almost like frozen in time inanimate body's like chest, I guess is what you said.
Yeah. And the ghost of Valym over my shoulder.
Yeah.
I just fixed this problem.
I know. But we didn't know.
Such a father.
You are missing in action or dead, as far as I'm concerned right now.
And every time that happens, I fixed a problem. That is consistent.
Okay, that's a 16.
Okay.
You begin to drive this horn. You feel this strange scintillating energy try to resist your push, if that makes sense. but you do pierce the first layer of this strange magical barrier with you, especially with the help of this horn.
Yeah.
You think maybe if you weren't using this, maybe you would have failed.
Yeah.
But you pierced the first layer, but you still have a bit of a ways to go.
So, sensing this, Scorpio at Ajax's back, you can see that he physically has his hands behind Ajax, but a spiritual, like, sort of spooky energy starts emanating off of Scorpio. And we can see these skeletal, sort of phantasmal hands appear behind him as if there were two sets of, an extra set of arms. And they start forming hand signals behind him. And we see them come together and ignite all the way down to these 4 arms that Scorpio has through his body, through Ajax. And you can see that Scorpio has cast green flame blade that goes down into this horn.
Amazing.
And it's damage level increases, extra 1d8 fire damage.
Amazing. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, my...
And Ajax, give me 3d8.
Okay.
It would be 2d8 because I'm casting that. So 6 and 7 is 13. 13 fire.
13 fire.
Okay. You said 3d8?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, shit. It doesn't count. That was worse. 15.
15.
Yeah.
Perfect. Gomez has finally settled down on my desk instead of pacing around.
He was waiting for the spell casting.
Yeah, you feel the horn go down deeper, almost penetrating the last bit of this barrier, making contact with the flesh. The barrier itself is like this thick, viscous material that has kind of formed almost all of a sudden just in the area where you're trying to push this horn through. Kind of like a magic shield, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in the corridor, Mirayah, Valym, you're both chasing after this fairy-like creature that's zipping around in front of you. It dodges the stairs completely and just goes straight up, leaving the streak of line, but the sort of like streak of light behind it up the stairs. Mirayah, give me, since you're kind of in the front chasing after it first, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh boy, that's not a good one. Not one.
You see a faint glimmer, and before you realize what's happening, you think you see a pseudopod come out, and then you, just as you're about to dodge out of its way, it grabs you, and you hear a voice going, cling, 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 cling.
What? Oh no. This isn't one of the... I throw a firebolt in the direction of the voice.
It's holding on to you, so yeah, go ahead and roll to hit.
No.
See, Ajax, you don't want to start a conversation with.
That's a 19 to hit.
You never
That
know.
hits.
You never know. Let's see.
They're so nice.
That's 14 damage.
Until they grab you.
They're so nice until they grab you. Oh my gosh.
Just trying to do their job.
Yeah, 14 damage. You see the flame go rippling through this strange gelatinous substance. You see a little bunny mouth form in it as it like recoils from the heat, and then
Get away from me!
begins to continue to try to clean you up. Okay, let's see. Give me a DC 12 dexterity save since it's already kind of like grabbed you.
13.
You just managed to avoid being engulfed by this creature as it slides forward another few inches. Valym, you see it now as well. Almost invisible to the naked eye, but you hear it going cling, cling, cling.
Oh, I'm plenty clean. Get the fuck off of me.
Impurities.
Ah! Ugh, it's like sticking your hand into a pool full of jello.
Valym, what do you do?
Look away discreetly.
Does she look in pain?
Yes, yes, and you do see like the acid kind of dripping on her arm. Give me a nature check.
Ooh.
Jesus Christ.
This is horrible.
Do SMR have any natural resistances?
I
No.
No.
don't know, but I have some from
14.
14 you would
something.
know. This is a gelatinous cube.
I do. Resistance to necrotic and radiant. That's fine.
It's a little jelly boy. Although you're not accustomed to them having this kind of like inner monologue that you can hear audibly as they go about their business. You also notice there's no inherent evil intent in it. You think it really is just trying to clean the corridor, and Mirayah happens to be in the way, so she's been caught in the Roomba's path like a cat that was not expecting this, if that makes sense.
Mm. Are the stairs clear?
Yes, the stairs, like, the cube was coming down the stairs and you were going up the stairs, and that's how this sort of collision happened. In fact, you see
You
the
good?
stairs on the other side are shiny,
No!
immaculately
It burns!
clean. Like that
I
putty
can't
you
get out
use-
of it!
that putty you use in cars, like there's not a single speck of dust on the stairs behind Mirayah. You think it's like moving down towards you.
It's sicker than Julian when I tried to refuse his proposal.
Okay.
So you don't need help because you managed to
I
get out.
need help!
Oh.
This looks
I'm
like
gonna
it goes after that.
Yes. I'm going to throw a produce flame at it while I head up the stairs.
Okay.
Are you gonna go past me?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Throwing a produce flame. I'm
Mhm.
attacking it.
Yeah, go ahead and roll to hit. And how are you going to maneuver past it? Like, are you going to try to jump on the wall and then to the stair?
100%.
All right. Yeah, roll to hit and give me an acrobatics check.
Well, my hit was a 10.
That hits.
My acrobatics was a 21.
Yeah.
Yeah, roll damage.
Cool fire dancing.
I just want to clarify. 10 hits?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
Has
cool,
a very
cool,
low
cool,
armor
cool.
class.
I was like,
Mm-hmm.
Jelly cube.
ooh, hey, Jelly. Okay, that
I don't think
is
you're ready for this jelly. I don't think you're ready for this
3 points of fire damage.
Okay.
jelly.
And you leap on the other side of the stairs. You still have like half your movement left. You can keep moving past it.
You good?
No! No, I'm not! Are you just, did you just leap past me?
How'd you go back to life?
What?
Yeah. Whimsy brought you back to life, right?
Sorta.
Whimsy, can you make the jelly let go of her so we can get the hell out of here?
No, we don't need none of that. No.
What do you mean?
Just
Why?
throw another fireball at it. What do you do? What, you just gonna leave me here?
I can't.
Being lazy.
You're in it.
Getting Whimsy to do all your dirty
Can't
work.
you
What kind of
fly?
deal did you make with him? He's gonna just do everything for
fly.
you. What's your problem?
You can fly.
You're just gonna leave me here?
You can fly.
I cannot fly anymore. I did that to try and save you, and you kicked me away from you bastard. This is all your fault.
Oh my god.
Don't blame other people. If
You jumped and said you couldn't fly anymore. So I was like, oh my god, he's gonna die. Oh,
Right
when
up
I
the
get out of here, Valym, I'm going to so slam your head into the concrete. Throw another firebolt at the gelatinous cube.
Okay, yeah, roll to hit.
Nat 1.
Yeah.
Damn it.
As you throw the
Fine.
firebolt, you see another pseudopod kind of form and knock it away and go, no, owie. Clean, clean, clean.
Let me out.
Roll
What the heck?
persuasion.
God, all right. Fine. I guess I'll attack it because it's actually tried to kill it.
That's a 19.
On persuasion?
Yeah.
It lets you go.
Oh.
Impurities.
Thank you.
See, you just said that nicely. I run up the steps.
You better pray you can run faster than me, and I book after Valym.
Yeah, how do you make your way like over and past this thing? The best way to describe it, like I said, is a Roomba. Like it's not really gonna give you space.
I can't fly anymore.
It's just kind of on it. Ajax learned this the hard way. It's just gonna keep moving forward, like at any cost. And if it happens to engulf you, then it happens to engulf you.
Can you just let me through? Let me up the stairs, please.
I'm gonna make an intelligence saving throw for this baby jelly to see if it understands what you're saying.
I think it should have disadvantage because there was a please used.
Agreed.
Yeah, it rolled a 2.
Yes.
So it's just not very smart. And you speak in such an authoritative fashion, it like starts to scooch up the stairs the other way.
So in my path.
Yeah, yes, you've like your intimidation was successful. Like you convinced it you're the boss, but it's just not very smart. So it's like recalibrating, and it goes back up the stairs towards Valym, like cling, 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 cling. It starts to move up, but it's moving pretty slow. It only has a speed of 15 feet, Valym, so you could easily outrun it.
How big is it?
This thing is, let me try to think here. It's, in my reckoning, it's about 10 feet. Or no.
So there's no way I could jump over
5 feet on each side. Yeah, 5 feet on each
it. It's
side.
taking up the whole stairwell?
Yes, which is why Valym had to like leap on the side of the wall and kind of vault over it. Yeah.
I don't have that ability.
Can I see through it?
Yes, it's like fully transparent. That's how.
Come on, Mirayah.
That's how Mirayah got caught.
Come on. You still holding that weird ass egg?
Did you even see it? Did you see it?
No, that's why Gabe is asking.
Oh, it's in the back.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, you gotta get the fuck out of my way.
Why do I feel
I'm
like
going
Gabe
to cast.
would put the egg into the ooze?
I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt at a 2nd level.
Okay.
Let's see.
I'll feed that egg to. I'll make a cracking omelet.
That's a 12. Oh wait, that hits, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nature must be preserved.
That's 17 radiant damage as I try to blast my way through it.
You succeed. As your guiding bolt goes piercing through, the bits of jelly kind of cascade to the floor, as in one last call, it goes cling, cling.
Oh, I don't feel good about that.
The
Why did
pieces
you
of it.
You could have helped me, you bastard!
How?
I don't know. Pulled me out, turned into a large animal, jumped over it. I can only fly once per day, and I wasted it saving you. Saving you.
So I should have gotten close to the thing that engulfed you rather than staying far away.
And just leaving me there. That's the
You are the
benefit
most
from this.
You can do so many things.
I didn't need to kill it. It seemed very sweet. You could have helped me. You could have pulled me out. Not all of me was in the goddamn cube.
I
You just
realize,
went blah, 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 parkour all over there.
I really feel like with the statements you've made, me attacking it more is actively not
You
what
could have
we
done
wanted.
something else. You could have just pulled me out. Tried to help me get over.
I'm getting close to it, man. I don't know how I would have done any of those things.
You know what you are, Valym? You're selfish. That's what you are.
I kept you from drowning 10 minutes ago.
Did you?
Yes.
It looks like I had to make a deal
underwater.
with Whimsy to survive anyway.
So you what?
You heard me.
You made a deal with Whimsy?
I didn't have a choice. I was dying.
I
Also, he
negotiated
has a way
with
of
him.
getting into your fucking head.
What deal did you make with him?
Something to do with an egg and destroying some kingdom.
You got an egg from a thing called despair?
I didn't say it was a good decision. I wasn't exactly in my right mind.
You hear this
it
echoing
in
up
you?
the hall behind you, Scorpio, as they're coming up the stairs.
Is it inside of you? Did you eat it?
No, it's right here.
You see
Oh,
a
we'll talk
small
about that later.
tentacled creature, Valym.
It's moving. I can see it.
It has big eyes and like
It's very cute, but I think it's probably very dangerous.
a little mouth,
Please put that shit
and
away.
it's like sucking on one tentacle. Give
Okay.
me a nature check, Valym.
God.
I have
damn
no idea what it
Valym.
is.
I think you're almost through, Ajax. I can hear the voices of the dead coming through.
The horn's on fire. The horn is on
it's
fire.
okay.
It's green. It's on fire. I'm doing it.
Jesus Christ. 13.
13. Yeah, you think it's no, the 13. Yeah, it's above a 12. Okay, you think this is a baby kraken, like a kraken egg.
Mariah, what the? Mariah, what? Mariah, that's bad. You know how you said you made a deal to come back to life? I mean this in the most. If I will have told you the truth on anything, it's this. Mimsy brought you back to life as a bartering chip for a conversation with me. So that deal where he brought you back to life was a lie.
I throw the egg down the hallway.
Oh my God, no! We gotta trust here.
It's gonna
We
make
gotta eat it.
it's gonna make 2 con
The
saves.
eggs. The eggs making rolls.
Yeah, it has hit
Oh,
points. It's a little egg.
Wow.
Whimsy, you goddamn liar! How dare you? I know you're listening. Prick.
It lands on the first step. You see a little crack form in the membrane, and it's like amniotic sac.
Okay.
I
you
throw
know
a
what,
fireball
Mariah?
at it to finish it off.
Hard boiled.
Okay, that's also valid.
Roll to hit.
Scrambled.
That is pretty good. That is a 23.
It hits. The egg is engulfed in flame. You hear a little,
I don't feel good about that either.
and then it's just left in a pile of ash next to the gelatinous remains of the cube.
I don't feel good about any of this. Whimsy, you lying bastard!
You hear the
Why did you kill
whole.
it so fast?
Wait, you
Like-
made a deal with Whimsy?
You hear the whole prison like
No.
thrumming and shaking around you, by the way. Like little pieces of stone are starting to like crumble, and little shafts, almost like rivulets of dirt, are starting to fall all around you.
Oh, that's
Hey,
not
Jeff.
good. Is that because I threw the egg?
You see an emanating flame, or green light, I should say, almost flickering light, as though it's coming from flame, from a cell nearby you, where you hear Ajax, where you say, "It's on fire! The horn is on fire!"
As the stuff is coming down, Ajax, it's working. Just one more swing.
All right, give me a strength
Ajax,
save,
Scorpio.
Ajax.
All right, fuck it. 22.
All right, go ahead and roll me those 2d8. Scorpio, do you help again?
Yes, I do.
All right, go ahead and add the green flame blade damage. Thank you so much for the raid, Brett. I appreciate that.
Whee! Only 5 plus 5.
Gabe is done. Gabe is over. Gabe is over it.
You said 2. You said 2 D8. Right?
2d8
Yeah. Okay. Oh wow. 11.
plus 5, so 16 total.
You rolled 5 on 3d8?
Huh? I said 2. No, you said 2 D8. I'll roll again.
No, Scorpio.
Oh,
No. For this one, it's only the 1d8 plus my spell modifier.
Oh, I
So
feel
it's
like
3
okay.
plus 2 is 5.
Gotcha. All right.
Oh, something happened.
We lost Gabe for a second there.
Just really
What's just done?
is out.
Yeah. Let me do some quick math. It's 28 plus 16. Okay. This brings us to what, 44. Wait, is that right? No, it's 34.
your game.
I'm like over here second guessing myself to bits and back. I'm the worst at it. 1 million. Don't throw. Don't make me second guess myself more. No, I was right the first time. It's 40. It's 44. There's no way 28 plus 16 can make 34. It has
No, yeah.
What are you doing, Cat? I don't know if y'all can
Trying
hear the
to kill
sounds.
the god of this
Gomez
thing.
just wants to be a part of everything.
He does.
Welcome back,
Feeling
Gabe.
count. Welcome back, game.
It's good to have you.
It's enough. It's just enough. At this point, the demon horn you're driving into this, I guess, pseudo phylactery is completely just like it's burning up. Almost, you see like the tip of the horn become charred. You see bits of it start to split off, like as the heat is kind of tempering it. You feel it grow brittle in your hands as this cold flame comes erupting out. And then, in a truly anime fashion, you pierce it and tunk. It plunges into the chest of this strange, mummified corpse. Hey!
He says, hey. We can see this now.
He's
like, we just rounded the corner,
my
right?
Zergling. That's so racist. Don't ever do that, kitty cat.
No,
This is my
Kimi
friend.
can't.
This is my
Sir
friend.
Crush.
You can't have him. He's sorry. I had to stop the game. He's like getting at it with his claws. It pierces the chest cavity, and you hear this like shuddering roar emit from the entire prison itself. The air becomes thicker. You start to hear a crumbling around you, and the entire space is kind of filled with this pneumatic hum. And
Jasmine, Valym and I can see this, right?
yes, you're like, I assumed you were talking while you were walking.
Yeah, we were, yeah.
So you've like, you kind of hear Ajax's voice. You see the light emitting from the cell, and you are not even 10 feet from it since you came up the stairs, and it kind of dumped you exactly where you needed to be.
What did you just do?
You see Ajax with like a horn that's like
We're in the
now
middle.
cracked and singed, and like half of it's kind of crumbling away into ash in his hands. And you see he's like kind of sweating with Scorpio next to him and a sort of ethereal Leander behind him.
Mirayah, Valym,
hell?
you're back.
Why
It
is
worked.
Xander here?
Who?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Why is Leander here? Is that what you just asked?
Is that what you meant? Okay.
It's
Leander, why are you here?
You see that the green light that was previously swirling in Leander's lantern is back there again. Its light is almost, I shouldn't say, I think it was light blue. It's almost comforting as it like fills the room with this illumination, this dark pit of despair that you've been in. And as you ask him this question, you see this like strange like tendrils of shadow come emitting out of the corpse that you just sort of completed this dark ritual on. And you see them like kind of become reabsorbed into Leander.
the spiritual Leander that's there with us.
Yeah. Giving flesh to form, if that makes sense. You see his face kind of undergo this like rejuvenation almost, like he looks younger. The years begin to fall away, although a lot of the scars remain. His hair kind of comes cascading down his shoulders, no longer a matted mess. His hat grows in size. His lantern grows in size. He grows in size. And you see it, Leander as he was meant to be. The luster of his leather jacket is there once more. You see a vitality in his eyes that was previously lacking, although their kindness still remains. And you see a vestige of him as well as a vestige of something younger, something more charismatic. And he looks more like the young cleric you saw on the battlefield that day. The newfound power inside of him, you can feel it come off of him in waves. His presence, his gravitas changes. And from his lantern, you see emit that strange blue light, and out of it erupts darkness. Black feathers coming out in a cascading unfolding until upon his shoulder sits a gorgeous corvid, gigantic with plumage that kind of like reminds you of a night full of stars and the night firmament full of stars. And he says,
Oh, I think I recognize you.
That feels tingly. Oh.
You're
What just happened?
He touches you back.
Yeah, what just happened?
We are conjoined once more.
And that
Valym,
brought
does this
you
have
to
anything to do with what deal you made?
We as in who?
Me
You!
and Elendar.
Elendar.
Oh, yes, yes.
This is the exact opposite of what was supposed to happen because we were going to be left entirely alone.
Who is Elendar?
What exactly did you do to make a deal?
I said, we don't want to deal with you and you don't want to deal with us. Let's part ways forever. And you know what he said? That's easier. Yes.
I don't think that's going to happen anymore.
Yeah, me neither.
Okay.
Me fucking neither. Why is Leander? He literally said, if Leander's not near me, then we're great. And Leander will never see me. Also, why the fuck does Scorpio know who the hell he is again?
It's good to see you too, Valym.
Hi, buddy. What you
I
doing?
think a lot has happened. I got a rundown from, I think, our friend that's on the shoulder. Hi, I think we've met.
You see it like now kind of like give like a little cooing sound, and the beak comes over to you and kind of like brushes against your cheek gently.
Give it a little pat on the head. Yeah,
As you
we've
look
met.
at it, you do realize, like, you do notice some similarities between it and the humanoid spirit you were speaking to. You see, like, the same kind of big, fluffy eyebrows coming off in, like, an imperious, almost owl-like fashion, except on the body of a corvid.
I hate this.
Hey, Valym, come here.
Yeah.
Come here, real fast.
Right. Uh-huh.
I put my arms up. See this?
Yep.
And then when you look at my arms, you see that it's missing flesh and it's like burned.
Oh, right. I was warned about that. I should take care of that. I know you're talking to Valym, but if I see that,
Yeah, you do it. Yeah, you see it. You see it.
Yeah.
And then it's like my whole body though, because my entire body was in there
For a
See
while.
this? Yeah. So I almost
cast Cure Wounds
I
at
almost
a
died
second
today.
level.
I think.
We
I'm
had
in
this
a-
conversation a lot.
I know, right? And I'm in a lot of pain, man.
Wait,
It's
how
bad.
close
This
to
is-
dead are you? Like on a scale of like 1 to 10?
Now 1 to 10. Let's say.
Oh, it doesn't matter unless you're at
6.
0 HP.
Yeah.
13 hit points as I start mending the wounds on your arm.
Oh, thank you.
I have an ability that allows me to cure max, but only if you're at 0.
Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. That feels a lot better. Wow. Okay. Jeez. Yeah. I tend to almost die a lot, man, and no one's there to see it except like one person. So to kind of catch you up to speed what we've been doing. After y'all took your plummeting, by the way, so happy you're alive. Like,
Thank you. I'm also glad to hear that you're alive because Elodie, is that your name?
Who?
The bird. What was the bird's name?
That's in my notes, and I cannot think of it off the top of my
I
head.
thought you
right
just
now.
said it.
Was it Elendar or was that something else?
No.
Elendar.
Okay.
That's something else.
God,
I don't
hate
know.
Wait,
if
her
that.
name's
you
not
actually
Elendar?
ever- I don't know if Mirayah ever actually asked the bird its name.
I did
Oh,
when
you did?
you're in the lantern.
Ah. Let me look at the.
But I
Shikar
think
Bible.
I think Mirayah Care's like, so your name's Elendar?
As you say the word Elendar out loud, you see like a shift in Leander's countenance. And his voice gets like sulkier. And he says, that name is not for the likes of you to say.
Excuse me? You want to repeat that?
Yes, Mirayah. Sit. And he give me a wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. It knocked Gabe out.
21.
All right, let's do an opposed roll.
What just happened?
Hmm?
Nothing. Talking to myself.
Yeah, you managed to like keep your footing as he kind of casts this command on you, but it takes all your willpower to do it as everything inside your body wants to sit.
Don't tell me what to do, Leander. Why are you getting all so uppity all of a sudden?
As you say that, you see the countenance shift again. He says, "Oh, I'm sorry, Mirayah. I would never."
Oh, shit. They're really both in there, aren't they?
Leander, what's going on?
Oh, he's inside me again, which is good because then we can keep the darkness at bay, I think.
But aren't you supposed to, like, merge into the same being, not be two separate beings inside of one? That was very strange. Also, Elendar.
You see the countenance shift again.
I wouldn't do that. Oh.
You see like a struggle in his face, and occasionally like the face twitches and it goes, "No!"
I'm guessing that's your true name?
Maybe. Names are such trivial things. We put so much stock in them.
Elendar!
Yes.
Thank you. That's the right response. I'm not giving that I'm not doing shit with that Kraken egg. I killed it. You're a dirty, rotten liar. You're a liar and a cheat.
Pacts broken have their consequences, Mirayah.
Bite me.
More than happily. But for now, I prefer to keep
Also, it wasn't a pact.
my
was the
dentistry
deal?
clean. You see him begin to stride out of the prison cell.
Wait, Leander.
As you say that, you see a shudder go up the spine as Leander turns around and says to you, "You must stop doing that, Mirayah. I must insist. I know I don't tell you what to do and I don't tell you your business."
Okay, Leander, can you come back, please?
I'm
Before-
back, Ajax. Worry
Okay.
not, my
No,
sweet
I mean come back
Havork.
to.
Look at what
Yes.
these oozes have done to my boy.
I know. I meant
My
like back in
boy.
the. I
Look
meant
what
back
they've
in the-
done to my boy.
I meant back in the cell. Thank you. That's all. And no one say that other name, please.
I won't.
Okay.
Fine.
Cool.
Valym, you
So,
seem angry. Have I upset
hold-
you?
Hold on. No. So yeah, don't worry. I got this. Hey, Valym. So, buddy,
Valym.
you made it. So you made a deal, right? With the other guy.
Not so much.
Okay, not a deal, but you
kind
work
of, I
something.
guess.
You work something. What were the exact words used by you?
If we left him alone and didn't try to make him interact with Leander, he would never bother us again.
Okay, here's the thing though. Whatever you did or said to him during that whole thing, it freed Scorpio from
I made
Wendy's
him get out
control.
of Scorpio's head.
But when that happened, it didn't just free him. Leander came and took over at the same exact time, basically. And once that happened, Leander was like, we got to go to my cell to find my body so we can fix this. And we went to his body. I hold up what's left of the horn. killed a demon thing earlier and took its horn off. It was really cool. He should have been there. He like grabbed it in the air. It was like pow, and it was crazy. I took the demon horn and I stabbed the body. That thing over there. It was like wow, 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 wow.
I love this.
And I understand the frustration. If for whatever it's worth, you did still help Scorpio. That's number one. Number two, we didn't know that was the thing that you did. We came here with one goal in mind, and that was to get rid of the other guy. We talked about this.
Our goal was to resolve it. We didn't talk about getting rid of Scorpio, I love you. I love you. Scorpio's wacky ass literally said 6 hours ago he didn't know if he wanted to get rid of him.
But he didn't have a choice to this time because you got rid of him for him.
That was you? Thank you,
No.
Valym.
No. The whole point was
Scorpio, do you still have do you still have memories or anything?
They're muddled, but it seems all there. I even have some faint memories of Leander.
it was now gonna be a
So your memory issue is
if he
fixed,
stayed.
actually?
Hold on, wait. What'd you say, Valym?
It was now going to be a willing choice if he stayed, rather than Scorpio making a deal with somebody he didn't understand the ramifications of.
But
that
then
was the whole point of this.
But then another deal was made with Leander. He didn't have a choice. It was either Whimsy or Leander.
But he didn't have. But so Leander literally did what Whimsy did, which was a problem.
No. It was literally at the same exact time. I don't know if Leander had a choice.
Do we really want to discuss this here in the cell?
You know, honestly, I didn't have a choice. You're kind of discussing it right in front of me. But you know what, Valym? Don't feel bad.
Why can't you get out of his head?
Whimsy does this kind of messed up stuff all the time because then he knows he can defeat me and take Scorpio back whenever he wants. But you know what? I'm not going to let it happen this time. I think it was his
Are you
idea
sure?
of a
Because
sick
now if we say
joke.
his name, you swap.
Well, until I defeat him in a show of force, and then...
Are you having an internal struggle right now?
Well, yes. But don't worry.
Oh, no.
Me and Whimsy have cohabitated for a long time, and hope and despair come in waves, cycles like winter and summer. It's a good natural thing. It's perfectly natural.
I
Fuck this.
appreciate.
I said I wasn't gonna mess with him anymore.
I appreciate.
Oh, yes,
everyone's
he's
help.
very upset. He's very upset.
I would just like
With
to
who?
leave this place.
Who's he
Also,
upset
if there's
with?
any
'Cause
consequences for what I did, we're gonna have words, Leander.
I think we should leave.
I would never subject you to consequences. I find you lot are my best friends in the whole world.
Keep that energy.
I think we should
Want
leave.
to-
Do you know
we should.
how we can leave? We still have the dormouse.
You know what the crazy part is? I had a way to leave. I have one.
What about the other path, Scorpio, and the mess hall? The lift?
That's right. We can see if we can get through without bothering any of the security protocols.
Unless there's any other ideas.
Do you feel more yourself, Leander? Would you be able to lead us through the passages?
I think I can recall them now, using this old Crumbum's recollection. And Scorpio, if you...
Is your body still back in the place where you were physically?
That's a good question.
No, I think it's all been reabsorbed. Mopped up! Look! And he points back at the corpse that Ajax speared and notices that has kind of like dissolved as well.
So
You
now
wonder
your
if the same-
entire physical form is inside of him?
Well, my physical form is inside of me.
What are you going to do now?
That's a good question. Well, first I have to get a hold on this whole situation because his anger makes him very powerful. And he's very angry right now. You know, his like eye twitching with strain.
We were talking about
Maybe
more.
we should call. Do we have any favors from deities we could call in for this?
But you know, Scorpio, as soon as I get a hold on it, I will absolve you of any pacts you no longer wish to be a part of. I just have to finish battling it.
In the meantime, left or right?
This way. I forget the words for turny bits. And he
Oh
turns
no, I
right.
have so many qualms about this. This isn't good.
What could
And
possibly go wrong?
That's going to be where we take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to wrap up the episode. We're only going to be gone for 7 or 8 minutes, chat. Thank you for hanging out with us. It's been a journey.
It's been a journey. Yes, it has.
We will be right back.